So yesterday morning, I asked my boss for a raise, and he told me no. So I'm going to start this story back on Monday of this week. But before I get into it, I just want to ask you guys to leave your comments down below if you have any, workplace experiences, you getting fired, getting a raise, or dealing with a toxic work environment, anything along those lines of job stuff. Please comment down below. I'd love to hear your story, and comment your feedback about my story and how you feel about it. So we're going to get back to the story. We're going to start this past Monday. So this past Monday was the original day I wanted to plan and go in and ask for a raise. But, we got a bomb dropped on us Monday morning that our HR lady just got fired. So that kind of made things a little hectic. So I decided I was going to give it about like a week, but I woke up Wednesday morning, just said, screw it. It's not going to make a difference if I ask today or if I wait another week to ask. So Wednesday morning came around, I went into his office, and I walked in there, and I said, hey, when you have a minute, can I talk to you? So he said, yeah, come in, sit down, talk, and I just asked, hey, is it possible if I can get a raise? So then he started pulling up my pay rates. So I've been here for a little over 2 years. Now, my 2-year anniversary was January 31st. So back in January of 2023, I started at $19 an hour. That's what he was showing me. And we don't get, like I said, we don't get annually raises here. So you kind of I'm going to explain how you get the raises in a minute. So basically you get raises when you pass these tests. So I'm an exterminator. I work in the pest control industry. So there's tests that you can take to get certifications. I think it's BS. I don't learn anything after passing these tests. I don't feel any smarter from passing these tests. Not all companies do this, but it's just something that I guess makes us look good on paper, but it's whatever. It's unfortunately the real only way to get a raise here is passing these tests, and you get a quarter raise every time you pass one of these tests. So I've passed 5 of them so far, and we're going to go back to the first year. So like I said, started at 19, I passed 3 tests my first year. So I was at 1975 after the first year working there. So, and like I said, I wasn't expecting a raise January 31st because, like I said, we don't get annually raises. So that is what that is. My daughter was born February 16th. So that all happened. I took a few weeks off, and then I came back, and again, still nothing said about increasing my pay or anything. So I just got to the point where I might as well just look for another job, right? And I was in pest control for a year at that point. I got a few certs, so I'm like, let me just look for another company around here. So I found one. I applied. They offered me $23 an hour, so a very good jump, good increase. So the next day, I went into work, gave in my 2 weeks, and my boss, he wanted me to stay, basically. He matched what they offered me, so he was able to bump me up to $23 an hour. So it was cool. I appreciated it, and it was cool, because, again, I'm not bashing my company. I don't hate my company. I don't hate my boss. Nothing like that. I don't love what I do, but I can tolerate it. I don't hate it here. But anyways, so that brings me to today. Right now, we're at my 2-year anniversary. So I got that raise. It was March 19th. So March 19th of 2024, I was up to $23 an hour. So after that second year, I passed 2 more tests. So I'm at $23.50 right now. So right after my 2 years, that's why I wanted to ask this week for my raise, because it's been 2 years. So let me just go in and talk to him, because last year too, I didn't mention this, but last year when this all happened, he said next time you want a raise or something about money like this, just talk to him first. He didn't want me to, go to another company first. So whatever. So that's what I did. And so, like I said, he brought that up, and he compared the first year to the second year and said that I made 35% more, which is true. I got a pretty good pay increase, but it was also because I also did really good in selling this year. Like, I had the most cross sells, basically. So part of my job too is you can kind of upsell and cross sell certain services and packages that we offer to our existing customers. So I did really good with that this year. So that also helped boost my pay up a little bit. And, we get a lot more overtime in like the summer, springtime, because it's, but more bugs. So hours are better, but this time of year hours are, you still get 40 hours, but I have to work 6 days a week just to get that. And, I wanted more pay. So that's what I did. And so, like I said, he was comparing that, and, So then he looked and he was like, okay, how about this? So March 9th, like I said, March 19th of 2024, I got my raise. So he was like, yeah, well, it hasn't even been a year since he gave me that raise. So again, I don't really see how that makes a huge difference, especially considering my start date was January 31st. We should be having this, type of meeting, sit down, annual review, something on this date. But that didn't happen that way. That's not how it works. So basically, he said that we're going to sit down again March 19th to review where you're at. So basically, he told me, so the past year I had good driving score. So like I said, we drive company vehicles, so you get 25 cents for that too. So yeah, crazy big raises we get around here for safe driving. For a whole year, you get a whopping 25 cents. So I got that. So but it hasn't even went through yet. It's gonna come through, I think, sometime this month, he said. I don't know when. I don't know why it's not like that now, but so it'll put me up to $23.75. And and he wants me to pass 2 tests from now till March 19th to be able to get me bumped up to 25. So now let me explain to you that it's pretty unrealistic. So first and foremost, I'm not the best test taker. I passed 5 tests in 2 years. But these are not like little tests. These are like standardized. You get there's 80 questions on these tests and you get 2 hours to do it. It's through a college. Okay, it's not some little dink test that you have to do. These are they're standardized tests from the state. And these are not something that is just you can study for in a week and you're ready to take it. So I just actually took a test yesterday. But I'm not going to, and that's the other thing too. I don't get my results until 1 to 2 weeks. It takes 1 to 2 weeks to even get your results for these tests. So if I fail it, I have to retake it. And then I have to pass this test first before I can even study for the following test. So I have a month and a half to do this while I'm working 40 plus hours a week at this job. And I've mentioned obviously too that I work a couple other jobs, doing DoorDash and Target. Obviously it has nothing to do with this job. It has nothing to do with my boss or anything like that. But again, it's a lot to be able to get done. And I'm not even getting a huge, it's bumping up to $1 because basically, so yes, my driver score brings me up to $23.75. If I pass the first test, I'm at $24. And then once I pass that second test, I get bumped to the $25. I just think that it seems awful a lot. And it doesn't really seem, I'm not going to say worth it, but it's kind of just unrealistic. Like I told you, it's to pass these tests, you get pretty much a big giant study book. And like I said, it's 80 questions on this test. So it's they're multiple choice for the most part. There's a few label questions on these tests too, but yeah. But again, there's math involved on some of these tests. And like I said, you have 2 hours to take these tests. These are big standardized tests. And it's it's just unrealistic to have me do this. And he does pay for the first test. But if you fail it, you have to pay to retake it. It's $135 to retake it. So it's I don't really know where I stand. It's hard to kind of... I'm not sure what I want to do yet. Like I said, I sat on this for a little over a day now. And I don't know if I should try to go to another company. I'm almost positive I can get offered $25, $26 at least from another company with my experience and the certifications I have. So it's I don't know if I should just do that at this point because, and also this is worth mentioning too, as I brought up how I did very good with sales. I also interviewed earlier this year in January for a promotion to get into the sales position, and he chose someone over me. But long story short, he told me for next year, I'm the next, his exact words yesterday was, I'm the next man up next year for the sales position. So I keep that in the back of my head as well. But I mean, I kind of believe I deserved the sales position anyway. And, he told me multiple times, and he told other people, he told my team lead how great I did with my sales and how I did with the interview. The only reason why I didn't get the promotion was because the guy had more experience than me and whatever. I mean, that's neither here or there, but that's why I really wanted this raise, because I felt like I did a really great job this year. And he even said too, when I asked, he's like, you're above average in every category here. So it's okay, that's cool. So why is it feel such a struggle to get a little bit more money? And why is I don't understand why these tests are the holy grail here. We kill bugs. We're not this. If I wanted to take tests, I would have went to college. I'm not this is like a blue collar job. This is technically considered a trade. I don't know why I have to pass all these tests just to get a quarter raise, $1 here. Like, it just, I don't really agree with it. And it's just, you know, again, like I said, every company doesn't do it like this. I do appreciate that he does do this because, I mean, listen, obviously it does look better for you, like on your resume, to have more certifications, but the fact that there's like other things that we have like KPI goals, like quarterly performances, like getting reviews and meeting sales quotas and doing production and calling out, and like I said, driving score, attendance. Those things I feel should be more important to me getting a raise than me passing some dumb tests. Like, I don't know, you know? So basically, like I said, how we left it off was March 19th, we're going to sit down again and see. But I'm going to be honest with you, I don't see how I'm going to be able to pass these 2 tests. I'm trying to remain confident. I definitely can pass the first one. Even if I did fail it this time, I'm pretty sure I'll pass it the second time around. These tests usually take me 2 or 3 times. But my hope is that I can pass this one and then take that second one like a day or 2 before the 19th. And that way we're waiting for the results, because that way we're in limbo. So it's like, what is going to be the course of action? Is he going to say you can just get up 25 an hour, or do we have to wait? And that's what I'm saying. What happens if I don't pass these tests in time before March 19th? You know, what's going to happen? Am I just going to stay where I'm at and then like I have to wait until pass these tests, because and then I got to keep repaying to retake them? At that point, to me, it's like I'd rather just go to somewhere else. I don't know. Like I said, I feel like I deserved one. I think my performance for this past year has, you know, exceeded everything. And like I said, his words exactly was, I'm above average in every category here. So don't really know why I have to consistently pass more tests. And again, this is not like some crazy jump of a raise. We're talking about like an extra $1 here. Like, it's not even like nothing crazy. So it's like, I don't know, man. Like I said, I'm still pondering what I'm going to do. My eyes are always open. But like I said, the pest control industry is kind of slow this time of year. So not as much companies are hiring. So as of right now, I'm probably just going to wait it out, study for these tests the best I can, try to pass these tests, and hope I get up to 25. And we'll see what happens when March 19th comes around. Yeah, hopefully it'll go my way. Hopefully I can get past them both. If not, we'll see how the meeting goes. And yeah, I just feel like I'm just kind of getting jerked around at this point, and it's just like, you know, there's no guarantee that I'm quote unquote the next man up for sales position, because another guy interviewed as well, and rumors around too is that they told him the same thing. So I have no idea what's going to happen. But yeah, please let me know. Leave your feedback, leave your opinions down in the comments down below, like I said earlier, and definitely share if you have a similar experience, or just something, a random work experience that's maybe, you know, crazy, toxic, interesting, whatever. But I'd love to hear it. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for listening, and I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.